my theory about why state socialism collapsed is because it had a institutionally conditioned incapacity for self-monitoring. They did not know what they were doing. They were not even a proper accounting system, to say nothing about a free press or an independent judiciary, which are all mechanisms of societal self-observation. I think we are in a similar process where technocratic elites can understand each other, but cannot look at themselves from the outside and how they appear to others and how they, they cannot step outside of their closed rooms and try to understand what's going on or how others see them, right? That's a similar cognitive pathology almost. And then there's a nice line of the M15 movement in Spain where some spokesperson of the movement said, we are not opposed to the system. We are not opposed to the system. We just see that the system is opposed to us, right? There is no space for us. There is no opportunity. No opportunity. Only risk, no opportunity. There is no perspective, no future. No future for us. And that we consider as a declaration of a kind of civil war to us, the young people being assembled on the Portugal in Madrid. And so this is a new type of opposition. Dignity is a key term, both in Tahrir Square. I forgot the Arabic word for dignity, but this is not democracy. Dignity is the key phrase, and that means both dignity in socioeconomic terms and dignity in being treated as a citizen rather than a subject, right? I think the revolt of dignity claimers against the market and against the growth imperative is one of the basic conflicts that we see in our time. And progressive would take the side of dignity against growth and the market.
When you were giving your definition of democracy, first of all, you named as the first feature, as the main feature of it, state capacity. And I think that here really lies the core of the problem. Because all these regressive trends you were depicting, like distrust, withdrawal from politics, automation, and so on, is very much connected to that fact that democracy as an idea was really, from the very beginning, elaborated in today's context with the idea of the state. And that's why when, especially after the fall of the Soviet Union, the state, the usual state collapsed, now it has a lot of problems because now it is put on some international level. And we are here in a kind of a Holzweg, like quote in Heidegger. We don't know the road. This road is wasn't elaborated.
Anywhere.
Yeah, and so the problem is that today, when we are speaking about democracy, we don't have this international dimension of it. The only way to use democracy on international level is now by weapon, by force. But of course, in this case, it's a kind of a curtain for some financial and other economic interests. So I think that, continuing to what you were saying, Slavomir, the problem is that not only knowledge today is automized and we don't know how to behave ourselves politically and collectively. But the problem is that when we are acting as a collective subject, it doesn't affect anything. the status quo remains. For example, let's take the hugest demonstration against Iraq war. It was the biggest demonstration in history, but it didn't affect the war was held and took place. So I mean, or even Indignados or Occupy movement, they also have this idea of the universalism, but still it doesn't work. So my question is, can you depict or give some projections or possibilities of how democracy as an idea could be elaborated on the international level and what is to be done? Because the question today is not what is to be done, but what else should be done.
We have to establish or re-establish what has been lost at the member state level. That addresses also your question, at the supranational level. And create a effective and legitimate, democratically legitimate supranational European arrangement. That takes many years and it can fail, as we have seen in the process of the Lisbon Treaty. It can fail, but it is worth trying to restore governing capacity at the supranational level, and starting with tax harmonization and my proposal to regulate the permissible level of inequality by standardizing some Gini measure. And what do the movements do except of short-lived protests? I think they do a lot, and what they do is they shape the memory of future generations. The fact that something has happened on Tahrir Square, or the fact that something has happened in the places in Athens and Barcelona and Madrid and Portugal and Tel Aviv, not to forget, an advanced society in that context, will be remembered by the future generations in a similar way, and therefore historians often draw this parallel, as 1848 was remembered throughout the time that then resulted in the mass introduction of democratic civil rights-based regimes in the interwar period in Europe. So it is a source of inspiration and memory and models, role models. You can do something even if you don't know what exactly you want to accomplish. Protest is inscribed into the history of societies and serves as a source of inspiration for future continuing action. That is not much, but it is certainly not little.
Thank you very much, Professor Claus Offe. You have to promise that you will come back. It was not your first time in Kritika and not your last time.
Okay.
Okay. And now we can thank you.